Wayne in La Quinta, or is it La Quinta, California? Wayne, watching Free Speech TV?
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Thank you, Tom, for, first of all, for taking my call, but I'd also like to thank you for introducing me to Bernie Sanders. He is like the makers of, I'm a little nervous. Excuse me just a second. Oh, shoot. The ice cream company. Who?
Ben and Jerry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Who had said he's the real deal.
Yeah.
Because, in fact, he is.
Yeah, he absolutely is. I mean, there are very few politicians like Bernie Sanders. He's a man of absolute impeccable integrity and has been his whole life.
Absolutely. And my second, this is my main question, is you had once explained our national debt to who I believe was a Republican and kind of put him in his place a while back, where Obama says we are on budget, and the others are saying our national debt's going out of sight, and
right.
including Trump in some of his speeches, and yesterday, as a matter of fact, as well. And I was wondering if you could explain that again.
Sure.
I'll get off the air and listen to it.
Okay, I've got 2 minutes to the break, Wayne. I'll take a shot. I'll leave you on the phone. You can hang up or not, at your choice. First of all, there's a couple of things that we need to understand about our national debt. First of all, about almost a third of it is owed to ourself. A good chunk of that national debt is actually like the Social Security Trust Fund and things like that. And it's not borrowed money, it's invested money, which brings us to the second point, because Social Security has a $2.5 trillion surplus, and there are other programs that have surpluses, the Postal Service and things like that. Secondly, our national debt, these are Treasury bills that have been issued. They represent a very safe investment, and so therefore the national debt is also private investment. If we did not have this national debt, you would see an absolute collapse in the marketplace, because there would be no really safe place for people to put their money. Right now, they can put their money in treasuries. Number three, the national debt right now is not as large as it's ever been in the history of the United States in terms of percentage of GDP. It was larger than it is today after World War II as a result of all the borrowing that Franklin Roosevelt had to do to fight World War II. And Dwight Eisenhower paid it off. Harry Truman and Dwight Eisenhower paid it off. And they did it by actually borrowing a little more money and building the interstate highway system and other critical infrastructure, rebuilding America. And that generated so much economic activity that it paid down the national debt. Now, President Obama has been trying to do this for the last 7 years, and the Republicans have been blocking him at every turn. And I think it's because they want the economy to suck so that they can run on a bad economy. And they haven't been quite successful, although they've succeeded in damping it down. So, and Japan right now has a national debt that's twice GDP. Our GDP is around 16, 17 trillion. Our national debt right now is 17 or 18 trillion, 19 trillion. But if you look at the actual debt that we would have to pay back, not just to ourselves, but to others, it's actually in the neighborhood of around 14 trillion. So it's not a big deal. Plus, the government is borrowing at insanely low interest rates right now. So now, if there is ever a time to borrow money and use it to stimulate the economy, today is the day. Wayne, thanks for the call.
To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.